Hello, hello. This is Jen. I hope everybody's good. I'm here with an energy update, so welcome if you're new. Welcome back if you're not new. Thank you for being here. In my last video, I asked if starting a Facebook group would be of any interest, and I did start one. I posted nothing in it yet, but I'll post the link in the comments, in the description, sorry, in the description of this video. If you want to join, you're welcome. And for those who are not using social medias, I will try to think of something so that we can connect. Because this is the main theme of this update is connection. Connection to ourselves, connection to others, connection to all that is, because we are all one. And I spent the afternoon today with a good friend of mine. We were working, and I was sitting right across her at a table. And just by her breathing, I could tell that she was going through some pain, some anger, and a lot of emotions. And when I talked to her about it, she told me that she didn't want to say anything because I'm going through some stuff too, and she didn't want to impose with her negative stuff. But she was like, "Yeah, I know that this is happening. I just don't know what it is." And it's her spiritual awakening happening. She's going through a dark night of the soul. So I pulled back my video, my favorite video of Dolores Cannon on the 3 waves of volunteers, and I sent it to her. If you're not familiar with it, just look it up on YouTube, Dolores Cannon, 3 waves of volunteers. This might explain a lot of what's going on in your life right now. Most of us awakened people, awakening people, and about to be awakened people are going through a dark night of the soul right now. The release is real, people. So freaking real. I spent the entire weekend contemplating and crying a lot because that's how I transform stuff. That's how I chemically help all the cells of my body to transform. And it was hard. Not as hard as it used to be, but it was hard. It's not fun to go through this, but we're in it right now, people. We're getting ready for the next half of the year that will start in July, on July 1st. And that other half of the year is going to be so fast. You can't even imagine. If you think that things are going fast right now and that everything is like going super quickly and that there's a lot of pressure, well, the pressure will go away slowly, but the speed won't. It will just keep going faster and faster and faster. So just get prepared for that. I know it's rough. It's rough for me. Physically, I'm sensing all these changes, and it's like, oh my God, I've been at this for so long. Like, that's what I was telling my friend today. Like, in 2009, I would spend hours crying, not knowing what was happening to me until I figured it out. And the moment I figured it out on my own, I started seeing videos on that on YouTube just to show that synchronicities are real and are very present in our lives. And sometimes we feel like blocked off, and sometimes we feel like we're not receiving any insights. But when we are in those phases, it's up to us to open the path, open the way, and just keep moving forward. So this time around for me, it was a little different in the way that the speed is going so much faster than it used to be. Whenever I need to like transmute stuff and cry like that, it goes faster and it's easier on my body. It's less dense. It used to be like so dense, like it felt like coming out of surgery kind of thing. And it's not like that anymore, thank God. Connecting with other people at this time is super, super important because they may be a guide for you. They may be someone that you will help. They may be someone that will bring something to you that will be a game changer. So do not disregard connections of all kinds to anyone because we are all one. If you've been following me, you've heard me say that we are all one many, many, many times. And in the least expected way or angles, you may receive the answers that you're looking for. So never treat people in a bad way. If you find yourself lashing out, apologize. Ask for forgiveness and forgive yourself and move on. It's okay to lash out. It's what you do with it and what you do after that matters. And talking about lashing out, this is a great time to lash out. Like a lot of people are lashing out these days because they don't understand what's happening to them. They're going through their awakening. They're going through their dark night of the soul. This is an ongoing process. As long as we're alive, we're going to be going through it. As long as we're alive and breathing, we will have stuff to transmute. If you resonate with that, I feel called to add that because some people will never have to transmute stuff or at least not transmute on behalf of the collective, but maybe transmute for themselves. But if you identify as being a first waver in the terms, to use the terms of Dolores Cannon, you are transmuting on behalf of the collective. A lot. This is very demanding on the body, on the mental body as well. It's very difficult to go through. It's not fun whatsoever, and it's invisible to other people. Like they may look at you saying, "What's wrong with you? Pick yourself up." Yeah, it's not that easy. It's just not. So, I mean, let's just be sorry for the noise. Like all the windows are open here. Let's just be in compassion for one another. Let's help each other out as the big family that we are, as the brothers and sisters that we are. And aside of that or beyond that, we are connected to everything, to plants, to rocks, to insects, to everything, animals. Like, if you're like me, lately, you've been having a lot of communication with animals and the nature and trees. That's the realm of the, elementals. Whether you believe it or not, it is. It's very true. I befriended a bird called Dave. Well, I named him Dave, a red cardinal. And it's just like funny because each time I do a threadmill walk on my threadmill, he's always there watching me. And I speak with him, exchange with him, if you know what I mean. I don't want to sound crazy, but yeah, that's what it is. So this is a really good time to relax, rest, take a breather, stay still, grounded, and listen to your spiritual team. And you may find that it's very difficult to connect to your spiritual team right now. Don't despair. Don't go down that spiral. Just know that they're there. They are. It's for your own good. If you feel like you're not getting the right insights, that may sound weird, but it's not. Sometimes we're just not meant to receive information that we're inquiring about. Sometimes we're meant to receive it later, and it's purposeful. It's for a reason that we get it later. And in July, in those summer nights for those that are in that part of the world where the sun goes down very late at night. This is where we're going to get the information. So prepare for that. In the meantime, just go on about your life, your activities, your daily stuff that you need to take care of. Stay human in all sense of the word, meaning courteous, compassionate, trusting, loving unconditionally, understanding, welcoming, but also respect your boundaries at all times. If you feel you cannot be around specific people, don't be around these people. Listen to yourself. There's a reason for that, and you'll find out by doing it. You'll find out by spending time with yourself. Your higher self will come through in those moments to deliver the information that you're looking for, to deliver the insights that you need to go on your path. And may I remind you that the path is always there. It's just that sometimes we don't see it. It's just like driving at night. We only see a few feet ahead. Spiritual ascension and awakening or a spiritual path is exactly like that. Sometimes we just don't see it, but the path is there, and it's a question of being in full faith, full trust in the universe that we're doing the right thing. As long as you're doing it from the heart, it is the right thing. It's a great time to let our ego aside. And you may find yourself in situations where you are being exposed to people that are stuck in their ego. Just know that being yourself in your own energy, in your own heart, will help these people shift that. It's kind of your job to do that. It's kind of what you signed up for. So do it. Just do it the best way you can. I know the best way you can. I know it can be difficult. It can be hurtful. It can, but know that the hurt that you're feeling might not be yours. It might just be the other person's pain that they are projecting on you without being aware of it. That's an unconscious program or thing that they do. And by them being like lashing out or being mean to you, they're just projecting their own pain. Being a light worker is about accepting that. It's about being a channel for them unconditionally, but with a limit. I always say that, there's a fine line between being compassion and being an enabler. If you feel you've reached your limit, your end, put a boundary up and just let them deal with their own stuff. That's what will help them, actually. If you keep being in compassion, you just tell them that it's okay to have that behavior, right? So just let them figure it out. It's also a great time to let go of the anxiety and ADD. Why am I talking about this? Because a lot of people are dealing with ADD these days. They're feeling out of focus, out of alignment, and it's because of all those energies going on. A lot of people are tempted to go on meds. And mind you, I'm not going to disregard this avenue. There's always medical advice to be taken if it sounds right for you. But a lot of people are tempted to go on meds, but they don't realize that they're doing that because they're going through a spiritual awakening. And there's things that they can do before taking meds. That being energy work. Because we are energy, everything is energy. The plant you have in your living room, the AC you have in your window, notebook you have on your table is energy. Our goal, our duty as human beings is to understand energy. And I'm not going to use the words because of the triggers of YouTube, but those big companies, big, created like all kinds of meds. And I'm wondering, what was that for? Was it really to help people or to keep us from accessing those levels? To keep us small? I mean, I know my answer. Like, I've been pondering this for a very, very long time, but I just need to be careful with the words here so I don't get like in YouTube jail. But yeah, if you can read between the lines and understand what I'm talking about, like, let's think about that for a moment. Because I see a lot of people around me that are very spiritual beings. They're just unable to sustain that energy. It's just too difficult. And it's difficult because they don't have the right tools. And it's our time to help them. That's why we're here. That's why we decided to incarnate at this time. It's our mission. It's our purpose to help them in the way we can. I mean, I use all kinds of energy modalities like Reiki and all kinds of stuff. But there's other ways to do so. So if you feel like that resonates, think about it for a moment and try to figure out how you can help these people, because they need to come on our team, if that makes sense. It's not a war in any way. It's not. It's just that it's hard for me to see some people on meds and being unable to access that because they just don't know. They just don't know. And if you do, help them out. It's just going to help the collective. It's just going to help the field. It's just going to upload new programs in that field and help other people that are going through the same thing, that don't have access to people like you. It's that simple. Try to always think about the bigger picture. Try to always think about the higher mission. That's all I wanted to say for now. Thank you for being here, my friends. You can follow me on social media at IndigoGirl555 on Instagram, IndigoGirl on Facebook. And if you would like a reading with me, IndigoGirl555 at gmail.com. And until the next time, be well.